Io sono Papa Emeritus II.
On December 15th, 2012, Papa Emeritus II officially replaced his brother Primo. The clergy was looking for a renewed image, and with his arrival, a new era for Ghost began. Welcome back to the Unholy Guide to Ghost Papas, the series where we dive into each Papa's reign, exploring their story, aesthetic, and legacy in the lore of Ghost. Let's go! Secondo brought a much more menacing and intimidating presence to the stage compared to his predecessor, a younger leader, supposedly in his 50s, who promised to tear down empires and usher in the reign of the Antichrist. However, behind his cold and sinister appearance, there was also a man corrupted by excess and the rockstar lifestyle. In the documentary-style web series Propaganda, we see Secondo speaking in his signature questionable Italian, this time without his papal attire, makeup, and casually wearing sunglasses. He described himself as an entertainer and a womanizer, enjoying his golden years to the fullest. It was clear he was having a great time, especially at the after-parties, like a true rock star. But he was also a more approachable Papa. He thrived on the admiration from fans and loved how the audience embraced the band as an alternative religion, one free of guilt and corruption. However, a nameless ghoul once described Secondo as a miserable, old, wounded, and bitter man, from the same bloodline as Leonard Cohen and Dracula, the Phantom of the Opera, every Vincent Price character, and Don Corleone. With the arrival of Secondo came Ghost's second album, Infestissumam. The title is Latin for the most hostile or the most dangerous, referring to the Antichrist as the ultimate threat to the Christian faith. Released on April 10, 2013, Infestissumam featured 10 tracks. The deluxe edition included bonus songs like La Mantra Mori, I'm a Marionette, a cover of ABBA, Waiting for the Night, a Depeche Mode cover, and If You Have Ghosts, which was also included in the If You Have Ghost EP. The album's theme seems to continue the story that Primo began with the band's first record, while Opus Eponymous focused on the birth of the Antichrist. Infestissumam explores his rise to power, even depicting a young Antichrist on the cover, ready to fulfill his inevitable destiny. Some US printing plants reportedly refused to produce the artwork due to its satanic and sexual references. The album cover was inspired by the poster of Amadeus, referencing both the film and the darker side of Mozart's operas. The album also delves into themes that serve as a clear critique of organized religion, sexual morality, and idolatry. With the release of Infestissumam in 2013, Ghost officially launched 3 singles. The first was Secular Haze, the very first song Secondo performed live after becoming Papa. The track captures the spiritual confusion and chaos brought on by the rise of the Antichrist. It's a metaphor for the modern world, where traditional faith is drowned out by the noise of entertainment, politics, and materialism. The next single was Year Zero, a direct invocation of the Antichrist. Its iconic opening, reciting the names of demons, sets the tone as a kind of reverse Lord's Prayer. It became the most iconic music video of the Secondo era, gaining notoriety for its bold satanic themes and striking visuals. The uncensored version even featured nudity, including a full frontal shot of Secondo himself. The third single was Monstrance Clock, While it didn't gain as much mainstream attention as Year Zero, it became a fan favorite and a staple closing song during live shows. The track is a parody of Eucharistic rituals. Instead of praising holiness, it glorifies sexual union and carnal communion as a new form of spirituality. It closes the album with a hypnotic, chant like chorus that makes it perfect for concerts. It feels like a profane mass where music replaces faith. Infestissumam was highly acclaimed by critics. It debuted at number 1 in Sweden and won the Swedish Grammys Award for Best Hard Rock Metal Album. It's widely considered the record that solidified Ghost as an international phenomenon. Back to Secondo. When it came to his stage presence, Secondo appeared with a more refined makeup look compared to Primo. He wore a dark chasuble with green lining and a mitre featuring the iconic crucifix. He was also the only Papa to carry a crozier bearing the same symbol. It was the only outfit he wore during rituals, not counting his offstage attire, although he did wear it once for a live session performance. Although two incidents affected Secondo's stage attire. The first one, more of a fun anecdote, happened when he performed wearing sunglasses due to an eye infection. The second took place in Mexico City, where the papal garments were lost. Some say they were stolen, others claim the luggage just didn't make it to the airport. Either way, Secondo had to improvise an outfit at the very last minute. But the show must go on, mitre or no mitre. Secondo's reign was a pretty fruitful one for the band. Ghost reached impressive international success and gained a whole new legion of fans that kept growing every day. However, Secondo wouldn't stay in his privileged position for long. On June 3, 2015, back in Linköping, Sweden, the very place where he first rose to power, he passed the torch to his brother.
Io sono Papa Emeritus II.
No one knows for sure why the clergy was unhappy with his performance, but rumors say they weren't too thrilled about all the after-parties and groupies distracting him from his unholy mission. Secondo then vanished from the public eye until March 2018, when, as seen in Chapter 3, Back on the Road, he was murdered alongside his brothers and embalmed for display on tour. And that's the story of Papa Emeritus II. Secondo, spooky, iconic, kind of shady, and probably the only Papa who could pull off a full satanic sermon and rock some sunglasses indoors. So, what do you think of this era? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter in the Unholy Guide to Ghost Papas. And remember,
I am Papa. You are not.
oops, sorry, let me try again. And remember,
go live your lives, goddammit.